Hi guys, Chris here and welcome to my unboxing of the Xiaomi Mi Max. It's their latest phone that just came out this month and it's a rather large mobile phone. I mean massive, this thing's almost a tablet. This is 6.44 inches, the screen size, so quite big. Got this one here from AliExpress and I've just chopped open the side of the package here and the box so I can get into it a little bit easier. So the seller here has included a few little extras, a couple of gifts. Here we have a clear case for it, and just judging from that case you can see, wow, actually yeah, that phone is huge. And some screen protectors. And there the box says Mi Max, maybe, I'm not too sure, I don't read Chinese. And the Mi logo on the bottom. And does outline some specs right here. So it has a 16 megapixel rear facing camera, a 5 megapixel front facing camera, a huge 4850 milliamp hour battery, and of course that 6.44 inch screen. Snapdragon 650 is the model I have. You can also get one that isn't out at the moment that has the Snapdragon 652 in it, and it has, I don't know who reads Chinese, can tell me, is this Dragon Tail or scratch resistant 2.5D glass? Hopefully it's Gorilla Glass, and it is running MIUI 7. That is based on top of, it's a skin on top of Android 6. So let's have a look. Now the seller wouldn't have installed any ROM or anything for me. I asked them just to leave it as is. I didn't want them to put Google Play Store or anything else, just in case I got a dodgy ROM with some malware or anything like that. Not that you would, but you can sometimes, so you got to be careful with that. So let's have a look at the beast. That is, wow, that is large. Well, at least I can get my hands around it, and I can just touch the power button, but the volume, oh, can't reach. I don't have large hands. I have small to medium-sized hands. And yeah, I can just manage that, so it doesn't seem too bad. So here at the front we have the 5 megapixel camera, which is actually on the right. That's obviously the ambient light sensor and proximity sensor, our earpiece. At the bottom we have a back, home and menu buttons. You see the bezel's rather large, and I can see already that there is actually black within it. So the bezel might look really slim. It's actually a little wider than what it really is, but I'll see that when I turn the screen on. And on the bottom we have just a micro USB 2, not Type-C, so you can still use your existing cables and everything like that. Loudspeaker microphone, obviously one of those will house inside there the microphone. And on the left hand side, just the SIM tray right there. And on the top we have the 3.5mm headphone jack. Secondary microphone for noise cancellation and probably stereo in your videos, and infrared at the top. And moving to the right hand side, volume up and down, power on. And on the back here we have the fingerprint sensor. No doubt this is just shared hardware from the Redmi Note 3 series that brought that in. It looks to be exactly the same there. And here is a dual tone LED flash, as well as a 16 megapixel camera that is hiding under that little protector there. So this one here doesn't have image optical stabilization, but it should now hopefully support, at least the sensor supports, and so does the chipset, 4K video. Now remember, on the Redmi Note 3 Pro, you could record 4K if you installed Google Camera, so I'll have to check that out later on. So in the hand there, it feels okay, a little heavy, understandable with the size of battery that's within there. And I'll see how that compares size wise here. This is the Galaxy S Edge Plus, and you can see similar, well, not what I was saying, I was about to say the size of this fits into the screen almost. That's 5.7. Galaxy S7 Edge looks small next to it, doesn't it? So yes, very big device. Probably not for everyone. I don't know how that's going to go fitting in your tight jean pockets for those that wear tight jeans. Probably not too well. So let's get this off and power it up. So small vibration. And there we have the Mi logo. Now I can see the glass does, yes, have that 2.5D rounded edges on it. And it looks like that is plastic just around here. So while that is powering up, I'll just have a look at the weight. Okay, so the first screen we've got only 2 languages because this isn't the global ROM. This is the standard ROM you get in China. So it weighs 200 grams. That's a little heavy. If you compare that now to the S7 Edge, the S7 Edge is 156 grams, and my S6 Edge Plus 149. So a good 50 grams more. And the thickness of it, there's no real thick part. The camera, actually, does the camera protrude a little there? Maybe. It does actually stick out a tiny little bit. So I'll see what it's like at the thickest part here. We're looking at 7.95 millimeters, which isn't too bad. Alright, so I'll quickly go through this here. I'm not going to set up the fingerprint scanner or anything like that. And obviously, well, there's my wireless network. Not too sure what this is. That's something to do with the Chinese there. Okay. So, yes, I need the English keyboard. And that looks like the keyboard logo. There we go, English. So rather large keyboard there. And it should be quite good to type on being so large. Let's have a look at the screen actually. As you can see, very prominent black bezel all around it. So not a bezel-less design or anything like that. There's a closer look at it. You can see that when I move it a little, you see the viewing angles. It does shift a bit. The colors, so not a, the viewing angle is more full on there. I think when I get an angle like that, it's actually really hard to make out, but I'm not too sure what the brightness is that I have set up. Okay, so skip that. I'm gonna skip all of this for now. Just want to get straight into it because it's checking for my SIM card. I don't have that. I don't want Mi Voice on. Fingerprint sensor, I will go over that later on in the review. Hang on, it wants me. Okay, skip. User experience. Okay, default theme, ready to rock. That's good. Okay, so let's have a look and see what version I'm running. So down into About Phone, we have MIUI version 7.3 stable. Android security patch level is dated from February. Android version 6.0.1. I will connect up to my wireless and check out for any system updates. No doubt there's probably a few coming through. So we have all the default apps on here. Not being a global ROM, there's going to be a lot of Chinese bloatware on here that a lot of us, of course, won't even want. So we've got, I don't even know what half of this stuff is. We should be able to uninstall at least some of it. I'm hoping we can. Looks like I can get rid of some. FM radio there, of course. The Snapdragon 650 does support FM radio. File Explorer, calculator. Mi Remote, that's to do with the infrared. Blaster on the top there. The weather, of course. The other thing I wanted to check out was the camera. Now, will the camera support, should I say, the video cam here support 4K? So Slow motion, time lapse are the only options we have under with the camera. Video settings, video modes, and video quality. There we go, 4K. That is good to see. So they're natively now supporting 4K, which they didn't do, at least on the ROM I had on the Redmi Note 3 Pro. So tap to focus, 4K video quality. It should be 30 frames per second too, but I will check that out and have some camera samples, video samples up within a few days, so keep an eye out for that. The other thing I didn't look at was... Okay, so there's a 3 gigabytes of RAM. I forgot to have a look and see the available storage. So internal storage, we have 24.75 available on this. So here's the SIM tray. We have here either a micro SIM and a nano SIM if you're going to use 2 SIMs in it. But if you want to use a micro SD card, then you have to give up the first SIM. Micro SD card goes in here and your SIM there will just go in the other tray. Unfortunately, you can't use 2 SIMs at once and have micro SD. It's clearly impossible, but it did sound like they had a 3 SIM card tray, but no, that's not the case, as you can see. Inserting that SD card now gives me this option that you can use it as a portable storage device for switching media between devices, or to actually use it as the internal storage for storing anything on this device only, including apps and photos. So you'll be able to put your apps on that too. Requires formatting, of course, there. So that is good to see there. Now the build quality seems okay. I can't feel any, maybe a few creaks around this bottom here, just pressing down on that. This part here does definitely have plastic along it, and the rear is an alloy of types there, and this top here looks like it could actually be plastic made to look metal there. That will be for the improved reception of your wireless antennas in there, of course, and your antennas there for 3G and 4G, etc. And along the top here, overall, I think the build is okay. Yeah, it's quite good. It definitely feels good in hand, and I can just reach those buttons, but it's definitely going to be a two-handed phone. There's no way you're going to be able to type anything here, are you? If I go to the browser here and if I can just try and type something in, there's no way you're going to be able to do this one-handed. If I try and use my thumb, no, I mean I can't. There's no way I'm going to be able to reach. It's definitely two-handed phone. But with such a large keyboard, it should be quite good to actually type on here. Although I just made it, I've got Chinese everywhere, of course. Until that global ROM comes out, I can completely get rid of the Chinese on here. But you could install something like Google Keyboard too, would be helpful there. So just have a quick look. Techtablets .com. This is probably where this tablet is going to really excel. With things like gaming, GPS, browsing on such a large screen. Should make it quite enjoyable. That seems quite good. I wonder if I can view the desktop. No, they do have night mode in here too. Video, I don't know what is that. Night mode. Make that, dim it right down for your eyes there. So you will find the fingerprint scanner settings under the lock screen and password. From here you can go and set that to the fingerprint, but of course you need to add a pin first to do that. So here I'm just going to create a very simple pin. And now, just like the Redmi Note 3 Pro, it's the same process of just having to scan your finger there to get it to read it. I think it's 5 times. Actually, no, it might be 10. And you just need to move your finger around there. So that is now set up. So let's have a look and see how that works. So if I lock the screen now, flip it over. It's very quick there, actually. That's working quite well. Okay, that is very fast, and so far been 100% successful. I found the one on the Redmi Note 3 Pro to be very good, and I imagine it's the same exact hardware they're using. Okay, so I've just entered my wireless. Oh, there we go. Just popped up now. Update now. So there is straight away a update here, and let's have a look. Fixes. Oh wow, that is a huge update. 874 megabytes, and there are a lot of bugs it's fixing. Look at that, all those wireless problems and security as well. Okay, so that's something I am going to have to install right now. So I'll be back soon. This was just the unboxing and first look at the Xiaomi Mi Max. I will have a lot more up and coming on this mobile phone soon. Keep an eye out for that, and a full review will follow within a week or so once I get enough hands-on time with it to check out things like battery life, the camera. I will have camera samples, video samples, 4K video samples, and also go through gaming and wireless performance. Everything I can think of there, including GPS. Thank you for watching, and hopefully see you back in the channel soon. Bye for now.